let me ask Alex something. So you may be aware, the hard time I've given you on this show is not because of your coverage of the Biden mental decline. I've given you a hard time over the past couple of weeks because you were honored by the White House Correspondents' Dinner for covering this story, which honestly is like getting the award for being the thinnest kid at fat camp. I mean, there was literally no competition at the White House Correspondents Association dinner that they would even consider. You know, they're not going to give awards to anybody in the right-wing ecosphere who covered this from the beginning, with all due respect to you, Alex. But when you got up there, you actually got up there and said, we, myself included, missed a lot of this story. And we bear some responsibility for faith in the media being at such lows. But we, the media, did not miss this story, Alex. We did not miss this story. We were all over this story. We were night and day covering this story.
The we knew you hated the we after he said it. We talked about
it. It was
this.
insane. It was an insane comment to make. Who were you talking about?
He meant the we in the room. He was talking about the people in the room.
It's not your turn to talk anymore. It's Alex's turn.
Thank you.
We?
Thank you. I can defend myself. No, we were the people in the room. I mean, like it was the White House Correspondents' Dinner. I was talking to the people in the room that covered Joe Biden.
All right, so here's my follow-up. Got it. Here's the follow-up. Okay. We, if that's who we is, did not miss the story. We in that room intentionally chose not to cover the story or dig into the story, which is a massive story that we have missed in original sin.
Okay, I'm glad you asked me this question because I heard you rip me to shreds the night out, the Monday after the dinner. And at first I
meant to say was congratulations and.
Yeah. At first I was defensive, but then I was, I thought about it also, from your all perspective, especially like the miss part and like your readers that were saying, hey, there's a problem here, or not your readers, but your listeners, saying there's a problem here, and I'm not seeing it reflected in the media. And after the debate happens, everyone to be like, oh my God, there's a problem. I'd be pissed too, because you would feel like you weren't listened to. And that, and I'm sure that a lot of people felt that it was because some reporters let their own personal politics get in the way. And let's be honest, like a lot of newsrooms in DC and New York are more liberal than not. And I'll just say for myself, I think some of them let their own personal politics get in the way. But in terms of the missed part, the reason I said missed is because I think there were a lot of really great reporters on this beat. And I know you may disagree, I know your listeners may disagree, but I was in the White House, every day. And I think a lot of them really do try and do some really great work every single day that sometimes you also use on this show from the New York Times and others. And I felt that basically saying that calling everyone in the room not a good faith reporter, I didn't think was fair. And so I said miss to sort of give grace for both.
Well, that's sweet. I'm less graceful than you are and less forgiving, but that's fine. Takes all kinds. This July, speaking of resets, there's a global summit of BRICS nations in Rio. This bloc of emerging superpowers, including China, Russia, India, and Iran, are meeting with the goal of displacing the U.S. dollar as the global currency. They're calling this the Rio Reset. As BRICS nations push forward with their plans, some worry global demand for U.S. dollars will decrease, bringing down the value of dollars in your savings. While this transition will not happen overnight, the Rio Reset could mark a pivotal moment. So learn if diversifying your savings into gold is right for you. Birch Gold Group can help you move your hard-earned savings into a tax-sheltered IRA in precious metals. Claim your free info kit on gold by texting MK to the number 989898. With an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau and tens of thousands of happy customers, let Birch Gold arm you with a free, no-obligation info kit on owning gold before July and the Rio Reset. Text MK to 989898 today. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.